Britons are being told not to move house during the coronavirus outbreak to avoid breaking the rules on social distancing. Some banks are already withdrawing mortgages from sale. The government's orders are that all house moves be put on hold. This will effectively freeze the housing market. Times are incredibly strange for us all right now, aren't they? The coronavirus has disrupted absolutely every aspect of our lives, and it's going to be a long time before everything goes back to normal. Much has been said and written about the effects of COVID-19 on the economy, and in today's Ask Shaf, I want to have a more in-depth look at how it might affect one particular aspect of the economy that's pretty important to most of us. What's going to happen to residential property? The experts seem pretty divided on the effect the coronavirus crisis will have on house prices. The worst case scenario is that they could drop 20%. I have to add though, that seems highly unlikely, and I must stress that I've only seen one economist state that this might even be a possibility, so try not to worry about this too much. No, what most experts seem to think is there might be a short-term hit, but do you know what? The economy is surprisingly resilient. Think about it. It seems a long time ago, but in the days before coronavirus, what was one topic dominating the news? That's right, Brexit. Cast your mind back. We were drowning in dire doomsday warnings about what could happen because of the uncertainty around Brexit. But it didn't actually affect house prices and sales too much. Sure, there was a slight dip in some parts of the country, mainly London, but there were areas where house prices increased. No matter your views politically, the general election of December gave the Conservatives a big majority and got rid of the uncertainty. That has been a feature of UK politics for 3 years. The housing market was boosted with that result, and there was a 12.7% year-on-year increase in the number of property transactions in January. So, things were ticking along nicely until the virus reared its ugly head. There was an immediate effect. Spring is usually a great time of year to put a property to be sold on the market. The winter gloom has lifted and potential buyers like to imagine themselves in their new home in time for summer. But of course, coronavirus changed all that this year. Granted, there was more uncertainty, but there were also more practical problems. How do you sell a house or flat if you're self-isolating? How do you buy a property during a national lockdown? Most people staying at home mean fewer properties, fewer buyers and fewer offers. People will put off moving, so a slowdown seems inevitable. What we don't know is how long it will last. I'm hopeful that as soon as things go back to normal, the property market will quickly bounce back. All those people who put off buying and selling will be keen to get moving as soon as they can. Estate agents have to think outside the box for properties that are still on the market. Face-to-face viewings are being replaced by virtual tours. They're relying on tech in a way they've never had to before. And what about if you already have a mortgage? Well, the Bank of England has dropped interest rates to their lowest level ever, so if you're on a tracker mortgage, there will be a difference in your payments right away. Fixed rate mortgages remain cheap, although they're unlikely to drop further. The government has also brought in a measure to protect the rental market, including allowing landlords to apply for a 3-month payment holiday and not allowing tenants to be evicted for 3 months. Everything feels a bit upside down and topsy-turvy at the moment, but we need to remember that things will go back to normal, and I'm hopeful that our property market can show the same resilience that it did when Brexit was at the height of its uncertainty. This too shall pass. In the meantime, take care, and while you're stuck in the house, I have a suggestion to help pass the time. Check out my free YouTube channel and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe.